Accuser for Kavanaugh. Second accuser, one of the accusers said that she was at a party and he took out his junk and exposed himself to her, which definitely should nullify his Supreme Court nomination, because the last thing you want to give a flasher is a robe. It is ironic that the very day that Bill Cosby is going to be sentenced for something that's happened a long time ago, Kavanaugh's defenders are saying he shouldn't be in trouble for something that happened a long time ago. Who are these people that support this guy? Who are? We know that Trump is firmly behind him, but he has his own sexual allegation problems. Roy Moore is behind him. So let me get it straight. The pedophiles are now supporting the sexual assaulters.
Pretty much.
There is nothing, and I said this before, it is a lie to say the Republicans love this country. They do not. They love power. They love greed. They love being in charge. They do not love America because they wouldn't run rush out of it like they do. They talk about the Constitution, but they use it for little more than toilet paper. They are watching the laws and norms of the United States of America be eroded and say nothing. Nothing. You should be ashamed of yourself, but shame is in short supply on your side of the aisle. I got a tweet from somebody who goes, once you get out the Democratic plantation, I would rather be somebody on a plantation than somebody who had no norm, there is no id, nothing that they will say no to. Nothing. You could be a rapist, a wife beater, a sexual assaulter. You could be a spy. You could cavort with the enemies. You could be a misogynist. You could be a racist. All you can't be is somebody who thinks freely. That's what you can't be. All you can't be is somebody who says no. Now, every time one of these allegations come up, are all of these women lying? All of these times, none of them were beaten by their husbands. None of them were sexually assaulted. All of them are lying, and we're supposed to believe you, the virtuous ones who have histories of this. Every time this happens, it's always more than one. And they're always quieted by the same thing, somebody's power. If that dude went to all these private schools and was on a fast track to become a Supreme Court nominee and a judge and a justice, of course he was a powerful dude who was intimidating. Of course he was. I'm not saying that I know what happened, but I know what shouldn't happen. I know that this shouldn't go forward until we know what did happen, because what you do is what you are. If you knew that you could sexually assault women and flash those people, you doing it later, you just being more careful about it. There is no moral standing with some of the people in this country, and those people are supposed to be the checks and balances of this country, but they have turned a blind eye. Republicans have turned a blind eye to racism. They turned a blind eye to rape. They turned a blind eye to corruption. Look at, we have now a Republican congressman that has to drop out of the race because his daughter said he sexually molested her. Wow. And nobody in the party is saying anything about it. We have a Republican voice who got kicked off of CNN a couple of days ago because he gave his pregnant girlfriend an abortion drug. You turn the blind eye to racism. You turn the blind eye to rape. You turn the blind eye to corruption. Your symbol should stop being the elephant and turn to the CNI dog, or at least a cane. That's a little note from the GED section. We got a jazz report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.